Okay, in this video, I will solve question 3 from a practice test. So multi-unit auctions. So this question I'm showing you on camera. So let me read it. We have auctioneer who offers 5 identical units for sale. We need to calculate the outcome of auctions using the same bids but different payment rules. So we have a table, and then we have like 4 different payment rules to consider. All right, so we will have 3 bidders, bidder 1, bidder 2, bidder 3. So I won't be doing different colors as I do in lectures. Of course, it will take me a lot of time. So this is effectively bids that bidder 1 placed. So we interpret it this way, and they express his marginal value. I received some questions from students when we were doing the problem set that should we actually treat it as true values and figure out how bidders would bid? That's actually a very complicated question. That's why we're not doing that. We're simply trying to understand the mechanics of these auctions, kind of to get a sense how these markets work. Therefore, we simply interpret whatever bidder 1 value are, the true value we don't know, but suppose he plays these bids, how much he would win and pay in a different auctions. That's the interpretation of this question. 56, 55, 51, 23, 21, 59, 49, 20, 15, 11. Okay, so what I would recommend doing for this question is actually going and quickly listing some of these bits vertically, ranking them from highest to lowest so that we know what we're dealing with. So we clearly see 59 is the highest one, then 57, then 56, then we have 55, we have 53, 52, 51, 49, I guess 40, and hopefully we won't really need, let's 24 and so on. Hopefully we won't need as many. All right, so there are 5 identical units. Therefore, what we can do for solving for part A, we need to determine who wins. So we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a line. So these 5 bits will win. Therefore, for part A, we have let's do all parts kind of in a big table. So we will do winnings here. So winnings for bidder 1, he won 2 units because his bid of 57 played, and then his bid of 53 played. So he got 2. Bidder 2 got 56 and 55. So he also got 2. And then bidder 3 has to get only 1 because his bid of 59 played, but then his next bid 49 is very low. So that's 1. Okay, so that's winnings. 2 to 1. And now let's do pay as bid auction. So that will be part B. Should I capture it properly? Part B. Okay, then we will have, right? So let's calculate. So pay as bid auction, you simply pay what you bid. So if bidder 1 won 2 units, he will pay 57 plus 53. Let me actually write down full calculations. So that's 110. And bidder 2 also wins 2 units, 56 plus 55. So that must be 111. And finally, bidder 1 is just 59. Okay, so that's part B. All right, we're getting it. Now, uniform price auction, and we need lowest accepted. So that's part C. Lowest accepted. So lowest accepted means it has to be accepted bid, so one of the winning bids, and it has to be the lowest one. So remember, for uniform price auction, basically you have a choice whether to charge 53 or 52. Lowest accepted means 53 per unit. So you have 2 times 53, that's 106. 2 times 53, 106. So notice that's the beauty of uniform price auction. Bidders have to pay exactly the same amount per units, which means if you have 2 bidders who want the same number of units, they will pay the same amount. And this is just 53 here. Now, For part D, we have uniform price auction highest rejected, so that will be 52 because it's a rejected bid, but it's the highest one. So we have 2 times 52, 104, 2 times 52, 104, and 52. Okay, and the last part is Vickrey auction. So the trickiest usually, Vickrey. Okay, we don't have enough space here, so I'll just try to write, maybe I'll write kind of vertically a little bit. Okay, so for Vickrey auctions, the idea is to identify bids that would have won if you were not there, which cannot be your own bid. So for example, for bidder 1, he won 2 units, therefore we have to search for 2 bids that would have won if bidder 1 was eliminated. So 56, 55 won already, 59 won. So if bidder 1 was not there, then in addition to this, 51 would won and 49 would won. Therefore, for bidder 1, it's 51 plus 49. That must be 100. Okay. So different way of kind of looking at it, if you kind of start going through this rejected bids, but you cross out bidder 1's bid. So for example, 52 is bidder 1, so cannot be applied. 51 counts, 49 counts, right? So this is his bid. So for bidder 2, if bidder 2 was not there, then this bid would have won and this bid would have won. So effectively, then bidder 2 is 51, so we just have to cross out, we kind of have to close this bid, but then for 2 units you pay 52 plus 49. And so that has to be 101. Make sure that I get calculations correctly. And finally, for bidder 3, has to be just one rejected bid, which is not his own. And notice that 52 is not his, it's bidder 1, so he has to pay 52. That will be his Vickrey price. Okay, so that's how it's done. So notice that in this setting, that's a regular setting. What you should see is that pay as bid auction is the most aggressive rule, uses the most aggressive payment formula, so the payments that you charge will be the highest one. It doesn't mean the auctioneer will get more revenue, because remember, once you announce what pricing rule you will use, bidders will change their strategy. So there is no really claim that given different rules, bidders would bid similarly. But pay as bid is the most aggressive, so you should see higher payments here. So we see that all bidders pay a lot more in pay as bids than in uniform price, 106, 106, 53. A less aggressive uniform price, 104, 104, 52, and the Vickrey one is the lowest ones. Now for Vickrey, this is actually justified because we know that in the Vickrey auction, bidder has a weekly dominant strategy to beat its value. So in some sense, if we use Vickrey auctions, this could have been the true values. But then you cannot extract as much money from bidders. All right. Okay, so that's how we solve question 3.